Crooked cop Comey wants to send you back to your dark corner when a crowd of patriotic Trump supporters spontaneously began chanting "Send her back" in regard to the most hated member of Congress, Representative Ilhan Omar. Everyone in Washington, D.C. was quick to point out how extremely awful Trump supporters are. Crooked cop and justly fired FBI Director James Comey was one of the fastest to respond. Here's what the supposed lifelong Republican Comey said on Twitter: "We treasure our identity as a nation of immigrants. With our voices and our 2020 votes, we must send Donald Trump and his mob back to their dark corner." So, if you agree with Trump supporters that an ungrateful, unpatriotic person whose family likely scammed their way into America through immigration fraud should be sent back home, you're part of a mob. Plus, according to Comey, you need to be sent back to your dark corner. Comey is, of course, nervous that he'll be in a dark corner in a tiny cell very soon, thanks to his role in the attempted soft coup against President Trump. It's hilarious that the media continues to portray Comey as a nonpartisan victim of President Trump when the truth is that Comey's entire career has been built around exonerating the Clinton crime family. In case you've forgotten, or if you've never seen this easily verified information before, here's a reminder of who James Comey really is. It seems like ancient history now, but back during Bill Clinton's presidency, a bunch of people in the Clintons' inner circle back in Arkansas went to federal prison for a scandal known as Whitewater. Hillary Clinton's old law firm set up a shady land scheme in which several realtors, politicians, and lawyers bilked the poorest families in Arkansas. Most of them were black families, in fact, out of their life savings. These families lost their investments and their homes in the scheme. By the time the dust from the federal investigations had settled, everyone associated with the deal, including the sitting governor of Arkansas at the time, was sent to prison in shame. Hillary Clinton was the only person who had worked at the Rose law firm who didn't get sent to prison. Maybe that's because the young, crack FBI agent on the case just couldn't find anything to pin on the former First Lady. That agent's name, well, you've probably already guessed it. FBI agent James Comey was rewarded for his service to the Clintons with a new position inside the Justice Department. Comey and his best friend, a fellow by the name of Robert Mueller, were stationed inside the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division. The two rising stars and best friends were then mentored for a few years by another familiar name who was running the Clinton Civil Rights Division, Eric Holder. Yes, that Eric Holder. The same Eric Holder who wants to brainwash how people think about guns so that the Second Amendment be abolished. The same Eric Holder who later sold firearms to Mexican drug cartels for the expressed purpose of getting Americans killed and undermining the Second Amendment. So, now you know where James Comey is coming from when he talks about honor, integrity, and public service. But wait, there's more. Comey left the Justice Department during the George W. Bush administration because he was deeply offended at the suggestion that federal agencies should perhaps give a teeny-tiny bit more scrutiny to Muslim immigrants from terrorism-spawning countries before we allow them in. Such a drama queen. During his time off from federal service, James Comey became a multimillionaire, thanks to his personal dealings with Hillary Clinton. No, really. Comey became the lead attorney for Lockheed Martin during his time off from the FBI. His job was negotiating weapons contracts for Lockheed Martin, with the Hillary Clinton-run State Department. Lockheed Martin was also donating money to the Clinton Foundation while Comey was negotiating these multi-billion-dollar deals. According to Breitbart News, Comey was paid an annual salary of $6 million per year for his services at Lockheed Martin. You probably know the rest. Barack Obama appointed Comey as FBI director when his best friend Robert Mueller retired from the position. Comey exonerated Hillary Clinton for her plain-as-day espionage crimes, much like he failed to charge her with a crime in the Whitewater scandal in the 1990s. But Comey's personal enrichment thanks to his years of close proximity didn't weigh in at all during his decision to exonerate Hillary for her illegal server. Sure it didn't. Comey wants everyday Trump supporters like you to be sent to a dark corner. Sorry, Comey. Not gonna happen. We're going to continue to point out the truth about you, and Americans will not be silenced for supporting our president. Comey might want to make better use of his personal time by getting fitted for an orange jumpsuit. Hopefully, he'll be wearing one really soon. Crooked cop